You probably saw and heard them last week. Now you can hear the story of their success. Railroad Gin. Here a 1 hour special this Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Railroad Gin, brought to you on 4MP by Garage of Adelaide Street. Wrap your body in a 75...
bands ever to set foot on an Australian stage. They began their career as originals, and as time progressed, it became more than evident that they were a unique outfit. Individually, they are Bob Brown, percussion and brass, Gary Evans, drums, Peter Evans, flute, brass and percussion, Dim Jansons, bass, CAROL LLOYD, vocals, Laurie Stone, keyboards, brass and percussion, and Phil Shields, lead guitar, brass and percussion. Together, they're known as Railroad Gin. And for the next hour, you're going to be listening to CAROL LLOYD and Dim Jansons rapping about the new Gin album, A Matter of Time.
Hello, I think that I know you. Looks like I'm gonna show you a girl like me. It's not ashamed to do anything. I know you think that I'm crazy and come feel it, baby. I can try rearrange your own frozen mind. Gotta get on the right way. Gotta get on the right way. Gotta get on the right way. Go down, get on your own thing. Why not get on the right thing and don't say I did not try. Love you again. Gotta get on the right way. Gotta get on the right way. Gotta get on the right way. Take my hand again.
Hiding behind an office desk somewhere and working with the previous lead singer who had a bit of a difference of opinion with the boys, and at the time I was sort of doing a little bit of casual harmony work just for a cack, and he sort of vanished into the night, and the boys sort of couldn't find another male lead singer, so they sort of made me it.
You were sort of a last desperate choice.
Yeah.
How did you feel that first time you stood up in front of people and you just let things hang loose?
It was sort of...
Were they really hanging that loose?
You have no idea. The first lead job we had, as far as I was concerned, was at a Warana concert in the City Square, the first ever big Warana nighttime concert. There were about 4,500 people. I'd never walked on in front of the band before, and I was petrified. And somehow we got away with it, God knows how. So it was pretty bad.
Yeah. And how long altogether were you working on the album?
Well, it only really took us 2 weekends to record. The material we'd been playing for a little while, sort of trying out the bugs. But we put the rhythm tracks down one weekend and the vocals down the following weekend, so we're sort of pretty pushed for studio time.
Who does all the writing?
That's a pretty hard one to answer, because basically 2 or 3 people write, mainly Laurie Stone. who does keyboards, a bit of brass, etc. Phil Shields, guitarist, also writes, also Bobby Brown and myself, and altogether the arrangements come out as a bit of everybody kind of thing.
Okay, if we can get onto the album, virtually track by track here. Side 1, track 1, folks, called Intro, by Laurie Stone and CAROL LLOYD. What's Intro all about? How did that come together?
Actually, that one just started off as an instrumental. Most of these songs sort of happen with a riff here and there. Someone else, like Dim might kick off with a little riff at practice, you know, just sort of filling in a little time while someone's tuning up, and someone else will pick it up. It virtually starts off as a bit of a jam, and we think, oh, Jesus, we can do something with that, you know, and they sort of happen that way. So we just sort of threw a few words into this one, which was originally just an instrumental. That's sort of how it happened.
It's a fact. Top tune man.
Turn to me.
Yeah, this is sort of pretty confusing because the title is nowhere mentioned in the lyrics. I really don't know how the title happened, but the song basically is just sort of about allowing yourself to be a good friend, just sort of reassuring someone that you're there when you're needed.
And it's a
Let's talk about live gigs. It's always a lot of fun to talk about any favourite, like in the States, people talk about the bad gigs they had at Holiday Inns. You've been out to some towns and that. Can you remember any time?
I think the classic must have been the Stanthorpe Apple and Grape Festival a couple of years ago, where I apparently one of the organisers was sort of expecting a particular big band around town, and they phoned a radio station to book us, and they sort of got us instead, and we sort of followed the Fijian Fife band or something like that. And there are a heck of a lot of really formal people who sort of fainted dead away and disappeared into the walls, and we got sort of halfway through the second number and they rung the curtain down on us and just separated half of the band. You know, there was sort of a couple of the guys and myself sort of stuck out front, and the curtain came down between us and the rest of the band. Then the power went off and everyone's running about in all directions. It was pretty embarrassing at the time. So that would have been the most humiliating one.
Did you get paid for that?
Oh, yeah, we...
A case of apple.
Yeah, they may as well. But we sort of survived. Fortunately, there was a live, free concert in the park the next day, so we were, sort of able to slip into it there and sort of regain our faith in the whole business. But God, it was bad news. It really was.
Okay, the next track we have coming up, folks, is Once or Twice.
This is, I guess, the most contrasting track on the album. I always like it because at heart I'm a romanticist, and I think it's a very pretty song, and I think it's also a rather sensuous song. There's very little to the lyrics, but I think the overall mood of it anyone can relate to.
tracks that always goes down well on stage, your rearrangement of McCartney and Lennon's Come Together.
Well, that's one that Dim kicked off with one of his famous little riffs, and he thought, that would... it just reminded us of Come Together, and we just sort of happened,
Dim, can you remember that night when you found that riff and got things flowing?
It was a Saturday afternoon, really, out of the old proverbial pigeonhole. And I started playing this little riff. Phil came in on it, and then Carol butted up with, had something in the back of her mind, and it turned out to be Come Together. We put it all together, and it sounded all right.
I
where the title track comes in. Your final cut on side one. Your first entry on the radio in some shape or form, and a very big hit all over Queensland. This particular track, is there any story behind it?
The string arrangement done by Jeff Grantham, who's tied up with the Queensland Youth Orchestra, I think, sort of expands the whole song to the sort of standard I'd like all our tracks to have. I think it adds a lot of dimension, a touch of class, and I think he's done a really good job on it. And,
do you still get kicks out of doing Matter of Time on stage? You've done it so many hundreds of times. Are you bored with it, or can you feel fresh doing it each time?
I love the song. It's without a doubt my favourite of every original song we have. The first time we played it through at practice, I immediately liked it and thought it had to go. I just, felt it had an enormous overall appeal. And for this reason, I've always enjoyed it, and I can really sort of get into it. And I think most of us can, because we know everyone else likes it, so it's really good.
Lloyd and Dim Jansons of Railroad Gin about the sensational new gin album, A Matter of Time. Okay, Carol, side 2, track 1 is Still Water. What do you like about that?
My favourite part of this one is the percussion solo. After we come out of the second verse, it sort of chops down to just bass, and we sort of kick off with congas, etc., and it just sort of builds from there. But the particular rhythm pattern happening at the beginning of the solo really sucks me in every time. I really love it.
CAROL LLOYD and Dim Jansons of Railroad Gin, rapping about the new gin album, A Matter of Time.
Do you get much reaction from people about your looks, you know, about your wild hair and all that?
Yeah, tons. They hate it as a No, my mother hates it, of course. Get your hair cut, you look like a long-haired boy. I get it cut and you look like a fella. Let it grow, But as a rule, most people sort of say, how did it get like that? And I just sort of say it grew that way, which is right.
Yeah.
No one sort of believes it.
But do you obviously cultivate that look to get attention?
Well, I wouldn't.
Like the way some people might shave their heads or something like that.
Yeah, like you.
Cut that out.
No, I wouldn't get it cut now because it's sort of, I think it's more appropriate for stage work than short hair. It sort of works better with lighting and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. It's the first thing you notice when you flash out on stage.
Yeah, well, it's sort of becoming something of a trademark, I guess, as Dimmer and his caftans and all that sort of thing. Everyone's sort of developing an individual look now, which is something which is pretty necessary, I think.
The photos inside are pretty good. That one of you, Dim, you look really spaced out there.
No, well, I don't ever touch the stuff.
Just another one of those hard nights, was it? Practice session.
Yes, you could say that, yeah. No.
Our next cut here is one of my favourite movies. Has this got anything to do with that film at all? Did you get Humphrey Bogart and the other chick?
Well, that's exactly where the title came from. Yeah, I turned up at practice one night and the guys had been off, I wasn't needed at the previous practice, and meanwhile the guys had ripped off this instrumental, just sort of another song that just sort of happened, and they sort of played it, and I instantly saw Catherine Hepburn and Humphrey sort of floating through, bulrushes, etc. I said, oh, it's tremendous, call it African Queen. They said, no, hopeless title, never work. That's all I could see, just suggest that to me.
He was looking at you, kid.
Well, now we get into something really classic. I think the first song that really got Gin known, right around Brisbane for sure, and the one that was always a live favourite, and you wound up doing it at the first huge rock mass held in town, Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, this one always always breaks me up. It's sort of pretty unprofessional to get sort of emotionally upset doing a show, but every time we go into this song, it takes me all my time not to crack up. It really gets to me. And as a matter of fact, I think when you listen to the verses in the album, you can see where I'm just about making it, just about. Actually, I was, tears rolling everywhere. And especially as we were recording it, when we laid down the string arrangements just prior to that, every time the strings came in through my headphones, I had to cut the whole thing and say, get rid of those strings, I was going to pieces sort of thing. So there's something of a quiver in there which really shouldn't have happened, but I just couldn't help it. The song gets to me that much. She would never stay where she came from. Yesterday don't matter, 'cause it's gone.
clapping about the new Gin album, A Matter of Time.
Second last track on the second side is another Laurie Stone penned song called The End, folks.
No, this song was, we first started on it originally up at the old Pigeonhole again. And it's supposed to be about the end of the world. That's why there's that big guitar feedback thing at the beginning of it. I myself, next to Matter of Time, I think that's the best song on the album. That's my own personal preference. And I think it's a good song. It's rad.
Yourself to some nice little things. I think I saw you do that at the show you did with Stevie Wright. Is that the thing that introed it? The really hard screaming guitar?
Yeah, that was the one, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, you can do a lot of things on stage with that. If you've got good lighting and a fog machine or two or something, you can make it a very effective song.
As the end to a brilliant album, the players get ready to take off for a couple of thousand miles of live gigs. You've been listening to Railroad Gin, an important group with a most important album. Released through Phonogram Records, A Matter of Time is currently available at your favourite record store.